the Jewelry Boutique. Can I help you find something today? Okay, so you're looking for a ring or a couple rings to add to your collection. Wonderful. Let me grab a notebook. Here we go. I like to write down what we discussed so that, if next time you come by, we'll have it all written down. And also, it just helps me give better recommendations so that I can remember, what you're looking for. Okay. So, what is your name, darling? Okay. Beautiful name. So, you're looking for just rings today? Yep, of course. And what style of rings do you prefer? Do you prefer more simple, dainty ones like the ones on my middle fingers? Or do you prefer more big, bold, like, I don't know, chunky ones like the ones on my pointer fingers? Which do you prefer? Okay, so today you're looking for more bold statement rings. Okay, so you have, simple like stackables already, and you want to add some statement pieces. Okay, wonderful. And for styles that you like, do you like more stones like this? More kind of, I guess, slightly edgier styles like this? Or just, interesting shapes? Or what are you more interested in? Okay, not really sure. That's great. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, if you knew exactly what you wanted, I wouldn't be here to help you. So, do you prefer gold or silver jewelry, or does it not matter? Yeah, well, for instance, I mix my jewelry a lot. So, like, all of this jewelry is gold, but my necklace is silver. I have one gold ring, the rest are silver. So, some people, like me, don't really care about metal mixing, but some people do. So, are you looking for gold or silver today, or whatever? Okay, so you are a gold person all the way. That's good to know. So, we're just looking at gold statement rings today. Okay, and do you know your ring size? No, that's fine. Yes, we can totally measure that today for you, and then you'll know it. And we'll also write it down in your file. So next time you come, you will know what your ring size is. Okay, great. Let's do that. So we're just gonna do it really simply. I think people think you need like a ring sizer or something to measure, but you can actually just use a tape measure to measure the circumference of your finger. Do you know which fingers you will want rings for? Probably just your pointer and your middle? Okay. So let's measure those on both hands. We like to think that we are perfectly symmetrical. We're not, so let's make sure we have measurements for both of those. Okay, give me your hand, please. Okay, let's actually wrap this around your finger. So your pointer finger is going to be a size 7. Let me write that down. Pointer finger on your left hand is a size 7. Let's do your middle finger. Okay, so your middle finger is like a 6.5 to a 7, so I think you can wear either. Middle finger, left hand is a 6.5 to a 7. Okay, let's go ahead and do your right hand. So you are pretty symmetrical. Your pointer finger is also a 7 on your right hand. And then finally, let's do your middle finger on your right hand. So your middle finger on your right hand is a solid 6.5, so slightly smaller than your left hand. I know. Interesting, right? It's good to know. So now that we have those notes, let's look at some rings, shall we? So this is our box of gold statement, or one of our boxes of gold statement rings. This is going to have most of our collection in it for gold statement rings, so I thought we could take a look at it together. Let's open it up. These are all 18 karat gold. And we have some absolutely beautiful, sorry, this one cannot fit in the form, so it's moving around a little bit, but we have some gorgeous ring designs to look at today. So let's take a little closer look, okay? Okay, let's take a closer look at some of these gorgeous pieces. Let's start with this one, since it keeps rolling around. We have a 7 band gold ring that snakes up the finger, creating a beautiful elongation effect. It is a simple spiral pattern, but the intricacy and the interest comes from the number of spirals and also how each spiral interacts and overlaps each other. It is a beautiful piece, quite bold, I would say. So since it doesn't fit in the form, I'm just going to take it out so it stops rolling around. So now that we've talked about that one, let's just start from the top. So this one we have a large pearlescent stone in a gold setting. The gold setting has these gorgeous ridges on it, which just add a bit of character and a little bit of interest to the piece. We can also see that the stone is not perfect. It is kind of a bean shape, and it does have some imperfections in the surface, which I do think add to the interest of the stone and the ring as a whole. It's not a perfect circle, it's not a perfect oval, it's something much more natural and dynamic. The next piece is a simple circle ring. What makes this one beautiful is its simplicity. It's also fairly large, so you still get that bold, dramatic effect that you want, but it's very simple. So this will go with any outfit. It can be kind of your daily accessory. Yeah. It's very similar to this one, so let's jump there. This is very similar to the circle one, except this one is more of an oval shape. So again, you get that kind of elongating effect on your fingers that just add an air of elegance and sophistication. Let's go back to this middle one here. This is the least abstract ring that we have to talk about today. It's a beautiful flower shape with some texture etched in to give it a more natural flowing design. So if you are less into the abstract shapes, then this one is for you. It would look beautiful in a tropical setting or with, the gorgeous flowing dress. The next one, again, fairly simple. I think what makes this one interesting is that it is not a perfect circle. There are some imperfections on the edges that give it a unique, one-of-a-kind shape. I think also its simplicity makes it stand out quite a lot. It's fairly big, it will take up a lot of surface area on your finger, but it is very simple. So the reflection is quite dominant and eye-catching. Then we have this ring. This is very similar to this one that we looked at, but this one has a textured oval, and the prongs that connect it to the ring are separate and not textured, so it gives a little bit more architectural interest. It's not quite as simple, but it is smaller, so you aren't going to get as much of that elongated effect. what it lacks in size, it makes up for in intricacy. So I think it is still a bold statement piece. The next ring is quite interesting. It is a wraparound ring that ends in kind of like a yin-yang shape. We have these two ovals with little spheres in the middle. It creates this symmetrical design that just has so much beauty, and elegance in it. It's very natural and flowing, yet symmetrical and incredibly pleasing to the eye. The next ring is this one. It has a very interesting stippled texture. It is also not symmetrical, as you can see. We have the right side is smaller than the left side, giving it a very interesting overall architectural design that keeps the eye trained on it. The texture of it also reflects light in very interesting ways. So as your hand moves, the light will bounce off it, which will of course draw the eye. Let's move down to this ring. This is a beautiful wraparound ring with two wavy edges that overlap in a intricate way. It is quite simple, but again, it has beauty in its simplicity. And because it's quite large, it's still a statement piece. Similarly to this one, we have this ring. It is similar in that it has these big looping shapes, but this one is fully rounded, whereas this one is flattened. So different techniques being used here, certainly, and it creates a different overall shape and design. Similarly, we have this one, which also does not fit into the case because its back is quite large. I don't know if you can see that. Its back is quite large, but when it is on the finger, you will see this side, which is very simple, abstract, looped shape. What's beautiful about this ring is that it loops around in one continuous shape, creating a gorgeous, natural, abstract design. You could also wear this ring the other way, with the back to the front, if you want, to switch it up a little bit in how you're wearing your jewelry. Since this one doesn't fit in the form as well, I'm going to take it off so that it's not rolling around. Moving on to this last row, which is smaller and more simple, so maybe not what you're looking for in a bold statement piece, but they are definitely still Um, Beautiful pieces, obviously, elegant, and they're not quite so small, like they're not, this small. So I thought I would show them to you anyway. We have this beautiful ring that is a series of columns that go all the way around the ring. Then we have this one, which is very simple, just an interesting abstract gold shape. It's not, symmetrical all the way around. It gets thicker and thinner throughout the band, so you can decide how you want to wear it such that the best or most interesting shape is facing outward. Or, of course, the way it's most comfortable for you. The next band is slightly thicker than the previous two. It has this beautiful hammered texture to it, creating gorgeous reflections of the light. This one is really eye-catching due to that hammered texture, as I said. Lastly, we have this band, which is made up of slightly oblong hearts. I think, sometimes heart jewelry can be a little bit cheesy, but I think these are abstracted enough that it makes a really beautiful piece without it being cliche or tacky. Yes, I think all of these rings are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, we have some beautiful options here for you to choose from. Okay, let me put these two back and we can discuss. Okay, so what struck your fancy today? Did any of those look like some rings that you might want to try on today? Yeah, okay. So you loved this kind of abstract shape, curly Q shape. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So you want to try this on your middle finger? Yes, this should fit. This is a 6.5, so we can try it on your right hand. Yeah. There you go. That looks gorgeous. It really fits your hand shape. There's sometimes you love a ring and it just does not fit your hand shape, unfortunately. Like, we are not all built with the same anatomy, and so sometimes things look different on different people. But that ring looks amazing on you. Is there anything else you wanted to try, maybe on your other hand? Yeah, you really liked this textured one? Yeah, it's beautiful. These little bumps. Okay, let's try this on your left hand. Yeah, let's do it on your pointer finger, I think. It should fit. There you go. I think those look beautiful together, like as one composed, outfit or accessories. Yeah, they look gorgeous. You're gonna take those? Okay, amazing. Well, I'm so glad I could help today. If if you just take them up to the front desk, they will wrap those up for you and you can pay for them there. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that I could help and that you found some beautiful pieces. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Bye bye.